and 98% subsistence.
How are we
So what it
doing?
means is that all our farmers
So I'm
are
somewhere, I'm not
2
with my
hectares,
mind.
maximum
I'm
of 5
somewhere here.
hectares, and then
Yes.
very few people are doing
And
large
the
hectares.
original, what's it
What
called?
this
New
does
works.
is it reduces
So they're
the
holding the
productivity of
conference
agriculture,
meeting.
and
They're holding the conference
you
meeting.
find
And
that these farmers cannot
yeah.
produce competitively.
Was there
As I discussed that before, part of the reason is that they are also sparsely located, so it cannot be easily serviced. And so the cost of servicing them is very, very high. And so many other things like that, which makes them less competitive with global farmers. For large scale farmers, we have a few of them, and then the ones we have, quite a number of them that are full-time farmers are doing well. Please mark my word, full-time farmers. Quite a few of them that are full-time farmers are doing well. So you ask me why, I did some of them. Yes, we have quite a lot of them here. And you always complain that they are not making money from the video. They are putting a lot of money, but they are not there. And we require presence, artificial situation. Whether buying that presence from a good person, you understand? Or you have to
all kind of farm machine.
So we have time to.
So this is my team. We came out to do some jobs, so we're the ones who do the screen, the sound. Here is my team.
That's why we are doing this meeting. It's part of the
my team.
We the thing about agriculture is policy-wise, you can't really talk so much in public. You really have to talk.
So they like camera too much. You know the reason. So this is the my boy with this. If they do. But it's good what he's doing anyway. But sometimes he heard the touch. He heard the touch really. So they're the one that said the screen, and they're the one in charge of the sound. This one might be our Oga for sounds. Our Oga sound engineer. And this is our furniture maker. It's the one that set up the. In fact, as you can see, you'll be thinking there are 2 screens. No, it's actually one. The one that you've seen the logo. But this guy is just cool. Welcome to our life. So we're here in this green hope. You can see the name Green Hope. They're into farm products, tractors, farm, different kind of machines to ease farm work. That's really. So we're here. We're having a conference meeting. The journalist, the chairman is addressing the people now. They're into farming. That contested bring agricultural productivity program. That's what we work on. I don't know who is on the live now, but we welcome and enjoy it.
I like how the background newspaper. The few questions I have first, I thank you for the provision of the data that you gave us, which went in memorial from 1960 to the projection of 2027. Okay, well, I was talking about the data you provided, which went from 1960 to the projection of 2027. It is very key for us to move ahead. But you said something briefly on the issue of food insecurity. We all know the challenges we are facing in this country. How I was with premium bread makers recently, where they said due to insecurity, Nigerians now import wheat. Nigeria now import wheat into the country because most of the farmers can no longer go to farm. The question in that area is this. First, how much do you think Nigeria is using annually to food insecurity annually? Even if you can give us the data of the last 5 years, how much you are using annually in the last 5 years to food insecurity? The other one has to do with your partnership with the peasant farmers. Definitely you may have faced some challenges in dealing with these farmers. Can you just itemize a few points of some of these challenges you are facing with Nigerian farmers, especially the few ones that, at times they want to go into farming, but later they divert such funds, which is true. Then thirdly, I'm looking at branding of our agri produce. You will discover that for instance, Nigerian yam does not go outside the country. They reject them across simply because there is no proper branding and they cannot trace it. Ghana is known for exporting yam even to Europe, but most of this yam, they come from Nigeria to Ghana, then Ghana to Europe. How do you think Nigeria can do proper branding of its agri produce in order for us to increase our GDP and revenue generation? On policy, you didn't actually want to talk much about policy, but it's also key. Are we in the right step in terms of policy formulation and policy implementation? Thank you.
Okay, well, some of the things we really want to keep but I'll briefly again talk about them. Well, let us slide on to countries. The US leads with $177 billion in food exports income annually. America, just from agri produce. 1/3 or almost half of this is from one commodity, soybeans. The Netherlands, many other countries need over $100 billion in annual revenue from agriculture. So to know what you lose, you can think of what other people make. So I will be speaking to that. Now, how much of the workforce of those big nations actually engage in agriculture? Less than 4%. Less than 4%. So, and how much of the Nigerian workforce engage in agriculture? About 40%. About 37 again, about 40%. Now, how many of them engage in agri-food system value chain? About 62%. So these data we would be sharing and be talking about them on the go. Now, some of the questions you answer about policy, I seriously would think that we need a day full to speak to policy fully, so that we can deep dive into these policies, why they have not worked, and why some of the concerns of government really also need to, or political leaders, let me put it that way. We also need to be very careful as we look at them. So for example, food prices high. And I told you earlier, I'm the governor of this state. I look, food prices high. Rice in Nigeria is $50. Maybe $50 per bag. Outside here, 50 kg is $20 per bag. The first thing that comes to my mind is basically that we import, give to the people. Since they say food is high. So sometimes too, the citizenry or the political or the electorate do not know what they are asking for, because of course that simple decision to import can also impact and impair the nation and other segment of the economy. And that's some of the things we need to speak to. I think we need to deep dive into them, understand how these policies work and why some of them have behaved the way they behave. Now, I always call it that it's a relay race, it's not a marathon. So you have to pass the baton. Policies have to be passed from government to government. Projects have to be passed from government to government. And where this is something that doesn't happen too well in most democracies. Democracies have 4, max 8 years, 10 time. Within this time, you have to run through all your policies, complete them, ensure they are mature. If not, you are not sure if your predecessor will take on that same policy. And that's why the democracies that are very successful try to encourage enterprises, because enterprises are more continual than relying on government policy. I think you can see a part of that played out recently in between a government agency and an enterprise, and how the enterprise falls. That's why we must work harder to celebrate, work harder to manage the deficiency and the challenges of our enterprises, and find a way to grow them and ensure that they are sustainable. That's one thing that Nigeria need to learn how to do, and Nigerians most especially. How do we celebrate our own enterprises and help them to evolve and not just kill them because of what they are? You understand? I think enterprises in every democratic system should be very, very strong because they are the ones that will continue policies and programs even when that particular administration ends. And I think that's one area we need to wake up to and ensure that we protect and defend our enterprise. When you do that, you are actually defending a policy that will last rather than kill it. Branding, yes, I 100% agree with you. But you see, I'll tell you the challenge in Nigeria. I already said it, which is why I didn't answer that. When you produce consistently and not as scale, you have a challenge. And the main issue is once you produce at subsistence, everybody use subsistence eyes to see you. When you produce at